Hi guys, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
Mira?
I'm good.
Wow, your faces look so tired. Are you tired of design?
Oh my god. Yes, I'm really tired of design. It's took a lot of time that I want to finish it. The drawings and all of that. It's so tiring.
I totally understand. What about you, Nisa?
Same for me. I feel like I want to finish everything very soon, so I don't have to hurt my head anymore.
Yes, I only think to sleep now.
Yeah.
So, what are we going to discuss about today?
I think because it's related to our project, which is retreat house. I think we should discussing about the materials that we need to use for our retreat house. Do you
Yeah,
guys think?
that's a good idea.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, in the brief also stated that we need to use sustainable material, right?
Yeah. Sustainability. But
So how about
I'm just thinking, what is sustainable actually? Can you guys
maybe Nisa can tell us what sustainable material meaning, I mean.
From what I understand about what I read from internet, from what the lecturer already teach us, sustainable brings mean that materials or something that will not harm the environment, not harm the health, the materials that can last long, have high durability, and is always have for a long time, such as it have high durability and the materials that we can have easier in meantime.
I see.
I look up at the internet. Sustainable architecture also mean to as a green architecture where or an environmental architecture. So it shows it makes the architect to design something that have minimal harmful impact to the environment. That is the meaning of sustainable architecture. But today, we're talking about the materials, right?
Yeah, materials. Oh, I see. Now I understand what is sustainable. But what about sustainable materials? What is the materials? Yeah. So do you want to take a look about the materials?
Yes, I think
Yeah.
we should take a look a little deeper.
Wait, I'm going to share with you. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So sustainability in design.
So what do you mean by showing us this picture?
It's when you say that the building is like a green building approach. Now I can see that how it implement into the building. We can see that like in the left picture, we can see that there is a lot of plants, green plant. It can some kind of give cool effect to the building. And yeah, it's something that sustainable. So what about this, Nisa?
From this picture, this building on the left, we can see that it have that eco-friendly environment, which means like the building, as we can see, it use many glass. So it might be too hot for people inside if doesn't have enough cooling system. But with the plantation that attached to the wall at the far side, it might be very sustainable and very eco-friendly towards the users. And then I think this photo on the right is Ulaman. Is it right? In Indonesia.
Ulaman.
It used 100% bamboo, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Yes, it's very cool. Like it can be made using bamboo 100% and still have that curve and
Yeah,
not
it
harm
means
the
that
environment.
we still can design a complex design using the sustainable materials with not only things that is simple, but we can complex the design itself, like
Yes.
the picture at the right, picture of ulaman eh.
Yes.
I don't I don't know the name.
Yes.
It's, yeah, we can see that the sustainable material bring so many environmental benefit, especially like for they can protect the ecosystem. We can see that at the building at the left, um the city is not only like just a city. The city is what we call it combined with the nature, so that can bring protection to our ecosystem.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so shall we go to the next slide?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
From this slide, I can see that sustainable brings there are many aspects of sustainable, right? For example,
Yeah.
like the weather, the energy, space planning, and other things. Yeah, so many aspects of sustainable.
Yeah, there's a lot, but for today, I think we're going to focus on the materials only. Is it okay?
Yes.
Yeah, of
Okay.
course. I think sustainable materials, it's easy for us to define that it is some materials that are harmful to the environment. Just one
Yes.
word, if I were to describe.
I think that sustainable material is some kind of it's yeah, it's some like we that say it's not harmful, and it also give benefit towards the occupant of the building. It can improve their healthiness, and it can improve the air quality, and yeah, that's I think that is sustainable materials. What
Yeah,
about
I agree.
Nisa?
I agree with both of you, as sustainable materials is the natural resource that we can access easily. Like we can get it uh, like cutting from plants, but the plants will grow eventually. And then materials that will not harm the nature, will not harm the environment, like air pollution from factory, like that. So that's
Yeah.
what I understand.
So let's take a look at the first sustainable materials.
Yes, let's go.
Okay, first is bamboo.
Yeah. The most popular sustainable material is bamboo,
Yes.
because we know that bamboo, its growth rate is so fast, so that even if we cut so many bamboo at a short time, we can still um we will still not disrupt the ecosystem, because bamboo have very fast growth rate, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's true. What about Nisa?
Mm, bamboo also, from what I know, is very lightweight. So it's easy to conduct for construction. But it also, even though it's very lightweight, it has a strong durability. Like many people from masa lalu, from past, they make their house using bamboo, as that the only resources that can be find the purpose for many things for buildings. Dira, are you okay?
I think my internet is a bit not good. Okay. As for me, do you know architect Alina Jamil? She
Yeah.
is well known for being um a sustainable build a sustainable building. She focused on the bamboo material construction. So it is so unique for using bamboo. It shows that there is no impossible in using bamboo in construction. Yeah. So I
Yeah,
think
we can.
it's really I really adore Alien Jamir for using for approaching this kind of um, construction for our Mother Earth.
Yes. Because I think by using bamboo material, we can create awareness about how to save the environment, not using too many materials that will consume much energy.
Yes.
At the same time, we can also keep the aesthetic of the building because if we use bamboo we can, what we call it, bind.
Bind, bend.
Yes, we can bend.
Ben.
Oh my god. We can bend the bamboo. Not so many shape. We can approach many shape, many type of building by using this material.
When you say the bamboo is many types, right? There is a lot. It's not same. Every type of the bamboo is not same. The hollow of the bamboo it's not same. The big is also it's not the same. So for the architect that using this kind of construction is I it's like it's so hard because it's not the same, but it still can construct. We can see like the building outside anywhere.
I can see some picture at the slide number 6. Can you move to it?
Yeah, sure. Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
This picture really shows how beautiful a bamboo building is. So do you like this kind of design?
Of course. Do you see that the building of Ulaman? Oh my god, it is like a dream place that I want to go, but we are obstruct with the COVID-19 pandemic.
It's okay. After all this end, we can go there together
Yeah,
to see the
sure.
beautifulness of sustainable materials building. Okay, the second material, timber. Well, we can see timber is a very popular material that we use in Malaysia because timber is one of the material for Malay traditional house that we've using for construction materials since ages ago, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think there is not I think there is many research already shown that timber is really a sustainable material because of there's many benefits that it can help us in saving our environment and also give a very good impact to our health. So what do you think one of the benefits that you want to share about timber?
So there is a lot of facts that we can get from timber about sustainable timber. First, that I know is timber is low embodied energy, which means that energy uses in its processing production of the materials is low. Which means this is mainly because timber requires only minimal processing compared to other materials such as steel, concrete, and many more. And then it also the processing of the timber also emits less sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, hydrocarbon, particulate matter, and other competing material, which means it's very sustainable and very eco-friendly for the environment because it not what we call it's not keluarkan elements which is not good for the health. And then
Yeah.
timber also is renewable, which means that we can get timber, we can access the timber very quickly, as there's a lot of trees, and trees can be planted again and again, and we will not lose it. And then usually a tree can grow and we can be harvested in 25 years. So by 25 years, we can cut and then we can harvest again, cut and harvest again. So what about you guys?
Do you want to go first, Mira?
I first? Okay.
Anyone
So
can.
I think that timber is something that good insulation. It is for sustainable timber frame. It can allow more space for insulation than a brick building. And the wood itself also have naturally thermally insulating properties. And this act as an indirect reduction of carbon emission in addition to the carbon capture and storage of the timber itself and the emissions saved from replacing other more energy intensive materials. And also, I think that timber is a humidity regulator. So timber is an organic material, so the wood is a natural humidity regulator which absorbs or releases moisture according to how humid or dry the environment is. So this can have a subtle beneficial effect on internal air quality and health. So I think there's more of it. Can we that give the benefit
I
more?
think
Yes,
if I were to say other than the points that you guys give just now, one of the popular reason why timber is used universally is because of its durable and easily maintained. Is well, sustainable material like timber is a very highly durable material because some of this wooden structure can last for a very long centuries that we can see many example of timber construction that lasts until today. And other than that, it also easy and cheap to maintain. Well, because it is a very strong material with a good structural properties. And one of surprising fact that we can look at the timber, well, we know that timber is one of the, we can use timber as a fuel, right? To 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 fire to use to fire, making fire using timber. But
Yeah.
other than using it to make the fuel, timber actually is a very good fire resistant material.
Oh, okay.
Mm-mm. And other than that, the reason why it is very popular nowadays because basically because of it aesthetic, beautiful aesthetic. As you can see at the picture in the slide, picture at the first picture, um, you can see that from timber you can create such a very unique form, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
So it's actually help to blend with the landscape.
yeah,
very complex.
that's true. And yeah, you said that it blend with the landscape, and I can see it because the structure itself is also the natural resource, and also the outside is also the natural resource. Yeah, and they have some kind of connection there. So it's not segregate between the buildings and the environment itself.
Yeah, that's right.
It's true.
I think we can go to the next material.
Yeah, of
Uh,
course.
So the next material is recycled plastic. So what do you think about it?
Um, I think well, plastic is a material that people not really want to use nowadays because it is not easy to decompose. But because of it is hardly decomposed, that's why we need to recycle it, use it back, right? So that's why recycled plastic. become one of the sustainable materials that we can use in designing, in constructing something, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. Isha, go first or me?
Can we go to the next slide? I think I saw something interesting there.
Yeah, me too. Look at
Like this,
this.
can relate with our previous project, which is a floating pavilion, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Many of us use
Yeah.
recycled plastic, like water bottle, to as a medium, which can make the pavilion float. So I think that's a
Ah,
very good idea, as we can reduce the use of plastic or new plastic. So we just use recycled plastic. Very healthy, but it's not too sustainable lah, actually. But it can be done. You can still use it.
yeah, we use it back instead of just throwing it away.
Yes,
Yeah.
So that's become something that healthy. Healthy is really slightly saving the world a little bit.
yes,
Yeah. It's one of the way that we can save the world by not throwing it into the sea, into the lake, or yeah, into the
Instead we can use it
yeah.
back, right?
yes, true. I agree.
So I also think that this plastic bottle is also can be used as the planter box, yeah, planter box. So instead of using like a new one, why not we recycle from the plastic bottle, right?
Yes,
Yeah, one of the recycled plastic we can take example other than the picture is right, like the tires, right?
Oh
Using it as
yeah, that's
a medium to plant our trees.
yeah,
Okay.
that's true, yeah. I agree with you. So I think that's all for the plastic bottle. Let's go to the next material.
Okay.
so we will move to another materials, which is the bale straw. These materials I rarely seen in Malaysia, and this is always be found when we watch Western movie, like in America, UK, Africa. So,
Mm-mm.
what do you guys know? What is this? What do you guys think
Um,
about this?
just like you say, we rarely see this material to use in our construction, but usually we'll see in movie like in the traditional African
Yeah.
houses.
Yes.
All of the houses will be built using built straw. So
Mhm.
there are many advantages in constructing using this material. One of it, when I look up in the internet, it is a relatively sustainable construction method because with straw, the straw is a renewable material, as we know, and it is readily available. Means that we can take it anytime we want, just like bamboo, because for African especially, it is something that are in their local, very close to them. They can take it easily, use it as their constructive material. And then after the edible part of grains have been harvested, their stalks are disposed of by farmers and in many areas, and then they are burned. So transforming them into straw bales give like a new life and reduce the air pollution which result from the burning earlier. That's what I read about it in the internet. So how about you guys? Do you guys find anything?
So let's take a look at this picture right here at the left. So we can see that the bell straw is implemented into the wall in the wall of the house. So it's basically for the high insulation qualities. So it's something that can keep the building warm in winter and cool in summer. But it's also important to keep in mind that the cost of the bales differs depending on when they are harvested and how far they need to be transported. And you'll also they need to be stored for lengthy periods. or transported long distance, and then the cost escalated accordingly. So what about Nisa?
From what I read also from internet, straw bale also take very little energy to manufacture with the baling process, and the only thing that use energy is for the transportation. And then when we compare straw bale to other insulating materials like fiberglass, the energy intensity to produce straw bale is significantly reduced. They are also 100% biodegradable and can be easily flowed back into the earth if they are no longer needed, which means it can be renewed after, in case they are rot or what, we can imply new straw bale to the house as insulation. That's from what I did lah.
I see. That's good.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So we're going to see another sustainable material, but we haven't seen before this, right? This is timbercrete.
I can give definition to timbercrete. Timbercrete is a blend of sawmill waste, cement, sand, binders, and a non-toxic defoculating additive, which is cured using the renewable resources of the sun and wind into a unique building blocks. And then it is converted into bricks, into block, panels, and pavers that are used not only in residential, industrial, commercial, but also in landscaping. For example, like you're building a small fence, or if you want to build a man-made waterfall at your landscape of the house, you can use timbercrete as one of the retained wall that hold that waterfall. The reason why people use timbercrete in many of other reason, it is because it can be molded into different sizes, different shapes, and it can also be made into different colors, textures, and with a few more qualities that make it into a true standout when compared to other conventional brick or cement. That is why it is one of the popular material nowadays in constructing or in landscaping.
Oh, that's so cool. Right. Okay, so let's take a look at this picture. Wow, it's look like it's the texture of the timbercrete, so showing the aesthetic, right? But
Yeah, it somehow look clean, right?
yeah, so we can see that the building is this timbercrete is also something that can easy to build with, like this house, and it also can be used to build fences, retaining walls, garage, and barbecues, as well as indoor fireplace, providing it's lined with reflective materials such as steel, cast, iron, or terracotta tiles. So it is not just to build the house itself, but also another thing that can be built. Yeah. What about Icha?
I read it of how durable is timbercrete, and it said like timbercrete is far less porous than most of concrete blocks and won't wash away or erode when exposed to the elements like mud bricks. Having said that, it's by no means waterproof, and water will start to penetrate through the surface over prolonged exposure to rain if the external walls are not sealed. So I think by this statement, timbercrete is not suitable for weather in Malaysia, as we always get rain. We have rain. So by time maybe the timbercrete might might absorb the water, so maybe can become, the dinding will be kulat, and I think that's
that
we've gone through like 5 materials, right?
yeah.
Like timber, bamboo. So if you were to choose, what is your favorite sustainable material that you think if you are to build your retreat house, what is material that you really want to use?
As for me, I think that using timber or bamboo is the best material for the construction for sustainable, because I think that as for timber, the texture uh, of the at the timber, it's giving the aesthetic value at the house. So when the occupant come into the house, they can feel, they can see the texture. It gives some kind of calming effect to the occupant. Yeah.
For me, I also choose timber because using timber is easily to handle, much cheaper, very sustainability. And then for timber is mostly used for our house in Malaysia. Like our traditional house also use timber.
Yeah.
So at that construction, we can apply what we learn about tanggam. So we can create aesthetic value there. Mm.
Yeah, same goes on me. I think I also choose the same as you guys, like timber and bamboo, because if we were to define by sustainable materials, it is something that we can take locally, right? Easy for us
Yeah.
to get. So timber and bamboo is that material that we can easily get and to construct in our site, replying to the site, and also can um, blend with the nature.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think bamboo and timber is the best if you were to choose.
Yes.
Wow, it's already 10:43. So late. I think we
Yeah.
have other things to do, and also we need to get a good sleep too. So why don't we end our conversation here? Are you guys okay with it?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're okay with it. Thank you for having your time for discussing together.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's a
thank you.
very
Thank you,
great
Mira. Thank you, Cha.
discussion. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.